Brood feels a bit too shoehorned in, and that Secret could easily adjust to it. But let's see once we get into the game whether they can deal with it or not. Yeah, like you said, like regardless, disregarding the teams, I would pick the Dire to win this game. And when we have the teams on top of it, I pick it even more because I still think Secret is superior to Lycan, even though they showed good form last time they played.
What do you think of the idea of, like, you know that I love this already, but not to make your opinion influence at all in any way, Cinderin. As a team coming in with, I don't know if this was predetermined, but coming in with like a crazy, they know this is off the wall, right? This strategy. Yeah. Kind of going all in on game one versus, like, let's say you lose game one and then you try this, it almost looks desperate. This is more, let's just see if it works. If it's a shit show, hey, we always have another game that we can play in this best of 3, right? Do you like that mindset?
I like the mindset that you go into a series and you have a strategy that you've theory crafted that if the conditions are met, we're going to try this, and then you try it. I think it's great to do in game one. I feel like they would be more reluctant to do this in a game 2 if they lost the first game first, because then they might want to stick with something a little bit more stable. But yeah, I agree. The
high risk, high reward, right? Aren't those the laning stage at least? Top lane, we have Aramis on Clockwork, Shad on, like you mentioned, the position 1.
Oh, that's a good fissure.
Blocked off here.
That is a really good fissure.
Shaker. Doing as much right clicks as possible as these cogs will actually double proc. Shad looks like he'll live.
Very well played by both teams there, actually. Those cogs needed to be perfect from Aramis, and they were. Obviously, Secret with the big win. They forced out a salve. Shad lost some CS. To the Shaker top, who needs some levels and farm. Oh, Puppy even TP'd up there. He could be in trouble.
Yeah. That is a swap into a Venge stun. Aramis. Battery Assault not too helpful unless the swap comes in again, which it does, and he's inside the cog. And the Rocket Flare will finish off Puppy. Who has yet to kill a courier, by the way. What the hell?
Is this real Puppy?
Tower now. Being pressured. It's already at half HP. Celery's kind of stuck in an awkward spot right now. Zai will pop that Scorched Earth. Celery does get some help from Toby. Of course, Doom is available. I don't think that's enough to get this kill, though. So just spacing things out for Matu to continue to hit this tower.
And now, because of this rotation, Matu has caught up to Chen. And what it cost was for Doom to lose, I wouldn't say 2, is you still may be caught up in this old way of thinking with, okay, core is farm and supports move. And a lot of the time, having a high-level core move is a super impactful play. You're seeing right here what it led to, right?
The Absolor, top lane, he was TPing. It gets canceled by the Battery Assault in the fog. And down he goes. No TP for him now for quite a while. But he has his sights set on, obviously, that Blink Dagger. I wanted to talk about Tiny, Cinderin, since it's been a while since I've seen the mid-Tiny. That has changed. Right now, it's just a casual Morbid Mask into an AC, really. First main item. Interesting. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Is Aramis trying to go for this outpost?
Oh, nice.
It looks like it will remain in Secret's favor. As Shad, the toss, or the swap into a kill. So actually, both outposts going to Secret right there. That's
those.
Mid lane, we're going to see the first Doom of the game. The Centaur Stomp will miss, though. And with that, I believe Brood should be fine. He's extremely fast, but he actually has run out of web. Zai's going to continue to chase under the tier 2 now. The Scorched Earth is dealing with a lot of damage, but there's the heal from Chen, and you're seeing the Diffusal Blade being shown. Zai able to get the stomp only onto one hero, though. He's going to have to tank this tower. It doesn't look to be in his favor this time around. They do get the tier 1 mid, those Secret, but looks like they're going to have to fall back now.
Yeah. Nice Hand of God. Viking are very good at using this spell as late as possible to bait.
Extremely low. He's baiting a little bit here as Doom's going to get netted up. A TP in from Puppy, though, does have Sprout available. It's going to get Celery inside, and that looks to be his Doom, no pun intended. As Toby, in the meantime, completely surrounded by Secret members. That's going to be 2 easy kills for Secret as they... I'm not sure if they're actually going to go for this tier 2 spot, but Shad and company are top lane, so they do have to worry about this push. Aramis was smoked up. Zai and company are going to see him. The Rocket Flare comes out. Nisha whiffs the Avalanche. Aramis looks like he'll just be boxed in, though. An interesting toss. Either way, this will be a kill going away with Secret again. Looks like Zai is going for drums before. I agree that Crimson is probably going to be the item after.
It has to be the reason, right? The blind from Brood is really heavy on the bear.
Fissure top onto Toby, into the stomp from Zai. And he does have his ult, Toby does. He pops it, but it's not going to matter a whole lot.
Yapso used to echo only on the creeps. And I think he killed the whole army.
Mid lane, we're going to see a hook shot, as well as Brood's ult being used to go to town onto Nisha, who's just completely stuck in
He's
this
so
top.
tanky, though.
And it's going to be a tier 1 tower to beat.
Nicely done from Viking there. It's big. They open up the map a bit more for themselves. And they put their Venge to time and his ability to just cut through and start getting access to the camps.
He has seen bot lane. The Sprout will slow him a bit, and it's going to be more than enough for Secret to kill him. I guess they want Zai to get the kill. That was an interesting movement.
Nisha?
I think they needed the block for that long.
Didn't get the toss.
Toby already low on mana. He's going to get stomped. They have the swap come out into the Doom immediately onto Shad. Armas with the hook shot onto Nisha now, who's stuck inside the cogs with very little mana, but he's right-clicking to a high amount, or a high degree, and that's more than enough to actually kill the Clockwork. Vengeful Spirit resigned to her death. Looks like she'll get a little bit of damage before dying there, as Nisha looks to be next on the list. So it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Secret right now in terms of numbers. Boom staying alive with just a sliver of HP. Looks like Toby is going to be brought down, though, again. So it's a double kill for Zai. Double kill for Celery on the backside. Is it going to continue now onto both the bear and Zai himself? Matu. Looks like the drums are going to be popped by Zai. That's not enough to save him. Matu attempting to TP out the bear. It's going to be close, but no, the last right click from Boom. That extra bounty going his way. And that was the... Oh, no, I'm sorry. He resummoned now, so he does have a second bear in tow.
Yep. That looked like a very secret for Viking, that if they go on the tiny like this and secret are closer, that it's going to cost too much. It's kind of like, think of how a lot of the time you don't want to open on a Wraith King because it takes too long, right?
Likely dead. He actually pops the mech, will stay alive as a result. Enchantress bit off a little too much here.
She's going to get Nature's Wrath here.
Hand of God. Heals are a decent amount. See if they get vision here. Sprout was canceled. They're going to turn this around now onto Zai with Shad dealing so much damage, and Boom is here as well. Looks like that's going to be too easy.
Lineup. They don't deal very well with getting repositioned.
Smoke by Secret. See if they can find anybody here. Yapsor, of course, has the Blink Dagger. Oh, they're going to Fissure Brood as his Aegis gets expended. They knew that timing to a T, Synderin, and they take full advantage of it. Really well played.
Very nice. Yeah, that's the biggest kill on the map they could get. Now they have a full minute of 5v4 opportunity. No Roche, though, but they could probably...
Very shortly.
Secret were like, what else can we buy that has armor? So... What's the next item that has armor?
Hook shot. Gonna connect onto Yapsor. This is why he is building a 4-step next. You get caught by Clockwork, you are done as an Earthshaker. But it looks like that will be the only kill going the way, at least right now. Zai on the high ground at the moment. Armis. They have vision, but they just have no way to catch. Shad not in range for his level 2 swap at this point. And he's damaged, and they know that Roche is up. But this Roche is going very, very fast. And looks like Clockwork's going to try to slow things down. But a huge echo slam by Yapsor to 3 heroes. But Roche is taken, and Boom is going to reap the rewards. But Clockwork and Venge die immediately. The Clockwork's going to buy back into the game, but your position 1 Venge is donezo. Brood destroys that bear, and he is in hardcore ridiculous mode with his arms flailing all over the place. And they're in again as Celery already at half HP from 1 swing from Nisha, and the Doom was applied to Brood. Of course, remember, the Aegis is still there, so he doesn't really care too much. Now we're going to apply all his sights onto Nisha, trying to kite a little bit here. Remember, their Venge still cannot buy back in this game. Clockwork is going to die back now. Good Fissure, blocking people off. Zai is tossed in. He's going to apply his sights now onto this Enchantress. Looks like Boom is going to get away safely, but Toby looks to not be in the same category here. That is going to be 4 dead if you count the dieback on the Clockwork, but Aegis is still intact along with the cheese.
It's pretty alright. Dead for 30 seconds. Nisha and Matu together can make quick work of this barracks.
Radiant structures are
They need their Clockwork.
Oh, good Fissure
into the stomp, and that is enough to kill the Venge again, and the illusion on top. to add insult to injury, and they know she doesn't have buyback because she just didn't use it before. So
Oh my
definitely
God,
not
Brood can't
online
fight
as
this.
Boom pops the BKB and his ult, but it's not enough
Radiant's middle
to withstand this right-click damage from Nisha. This is crazy. The minus armor is insane, and that is the Aegis down. The melee racks has already fallen. Nisha, not a whole lot of mana to speak of. See if they can kill Boom a second time. Doesn't look to be the case. Diffusal now on the Thumba Men's Bear. Nisha, looks like Secret want to back up here. 15 seconds and Avenge will return. That was a huge kill on Venge, and that kind of opened up everything for Secret as they now scored a 7k net worth lead at 28 minutes. Now they're going to apply some damage to this tier 3 here in the bot lane. By apply damage, I mean they're going to kill it very easily. All right, Venge is here now. The stun on top of the barrier. Big stun from Zai. Essentially a Ravage into an Echo Slam. My lord! This wombo combo from Secret will ensure a second Rax at the very least. Boom is forced to pop the cheese as he flails his arm even more. And nobody can deal with Nisha right now. Zai jumps in with his hand, the purple hand of death, if you will. Nobody's giving a high five as they're about to GG out of this game 1 for Secret. That was
What a sick stomp from Zai. Blink 3-man War Stomp gives ample time for Yapzok to get in position, get a beautiful Echo Slam there, and that's one way to win the game. And that's what we were talking about with Viking, right? Like this lineup, I actually think they played it pretty damn well. Once again, like I want to give this team credit every game we see them play against Secret, even though they've lost 3 in a row now. Like they're playing good Dota, but you're playing a lineup that's so volatile that if 1 or 2 moments go wrong, everything can just fall apart. And it's not just your own lineup, it's what you're facing. One bad team fight, Lone Druid, Tiny are going to take your whole base. So you need to make sure that you can fight. And